What's up, everybody? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video a bit later in the day. Had a busy day yesterday. I had such a busy day yesterday that I actually forgot to get on and do my weeklies. So for the first time in Star Rail history since the game dropped, I did not do my simulated slash divergent universe weeklies. So rip the Herta Bond. I have many saved up, so I'm not really too upset about that. Honestly, they could drop a new one and I'd max it out instantly because I've never bought singles with it. Actually, I think I bought one single with it because I was like about to get a 5-star, I think, in like the next multi, right? And then I missed the single on the standard banner. I'm not too worried about that. The 200 jades is kind of like sad though. Like, I'll take any amount of currency with all the banners that are about to drop. Speaking of banners that are about to drop, this is a good way to get some stellar jades. So, like the video, all that good stuff. Hopefully you had a good run. But let's go over the passes before we jump into what characters you should use. So on the first half against Cocolia, we have increased Memo Strike weakness break efficiency by 50%, and then ignore 20% of the target's defense when Memo Strikes deal damage. Castoris Aglia, like, they know. Then, to encourage attack weakness broken enemies, all dot currently applied to the enemies will immediately deal damage equal to 80% of the original damage. This effect can trigger a max of 2 times on each character in a single turn. We're going to come back to that one. And then the last one is increase the crit damage of ultimate damage dealt by 30%, with an additional increase of 30% against enemies that are weakness broken. Okay, I know the whole thing about Apocalyptic Shadow is breaking their weakness to do a bunch of damage, but bro, what dot characters, right? Because this Apocalyptic Shadow ends in like what? How long is it? Like 2 weeks or something like that? 41 days, right? In 41 days, we will be on, I believe, Phaenon's banner, right? Quick math, right? So, and phase 2 is not a dot character, right? So I think, yeah, no, the buffs for like Kafka and them will be out by this point, right? So I guess, right? So I guess their whole idea with this, right, is, by the way, I was testing to see if Mide would hit the side enemies, right? Because I couldn't remember. He doesn't, so that'll be another topic to discuss. But I guess they're prepped for the Kafka buff, but what characters right now when this release can really use this? Because Dot is not doing nearly enough damage, and you have to weakness break them too. It's just like, ay, bro. Ay. Anyway, for Kafka's side, we have increased physical damage up by all allies by 50% when a unit uses a skill, restore 20% of that unit's HP. I mean, you can use for like Yunli and Phaenon. I mean, this is gonna be out when he's out, right? Then, follow-up attack damage dealt by character ignores 15% of the enemy's target's all-type res, and can also reduce the toughness of targets that do not have the corresponding weakness, with the effect being equivalent to half of the original toughness reduction from that ability. And then increase all enemies break damage by 10% after breaking an enemy's weakness, increase speed by 20% for 2 turns, right? So let's jump over to the good old list now. Now, of course, let's just knock this out right now. Meta is pretty much just every single sustain and support who's just going to absolutely steamroll this. These characters, Yunli Snake. These characters are pretty much just the universal sustains, universal supports, and whatnot. Marching Gallagher can also slide onto here, I think, still. Alright, so in both we're going to put Anoxa, because Anoxa was pretty much made for Apocalyptic Shadow. Corresponding weakness, he don't care, he's just going to shoot it on you, and then you have all weaknesses, right? Another character I'm going to put here is Blade. Blade got some decent buffs with Hycian because the whole HP thing, and then the whole like burn with light cone, so he can absolutely cook. They're both weak to wind, right? Now, you might be thinking, since they're both weak to wind, Fei Zhao probably goes in both too. Actually, I'm going to put it with Kafka just because this shield from Japard is like really annoying, and I just find using her against Kafka is way easier, so I'm just going to recommend using her in Kafka's, right? Now, for characters who are good against Cocolia, we have Castoris, right? There's the Memo Strike stuff, so I mean, makes sense to run them. They're also both good against Cocolia, right? Another character, we're just going to go Rappa. I'll just go down the list this way, right? Rappa, Mide. Do note with Mide, though, that he will only target Kafka, and he can hit the side enemies because it's Blast, which will reduce their toughness. It can work, but you kind of just got to help him out and kind of get the weakness onto Kafka. Funny enough, someone like Silverwolf would actually be kind of helpful for that, right? But, you know, she's not buffed yet, so maybe don't think about using that. But Mita can cook. You just got to give him some extra love here. Actually, I'll put him in can't cook, right? Just because of the whole targeting system thing, right? Um, Good old Boot Hill, Firefly to break units, right? Just because we get the speed increase. And the whole gimmick with Kafka, she summons the two like buff like fire ice guy, and then she summons like the dinosaur enemies, and when you break them and defeat them, she gets the weakness implanted. Same thing with Cola is like ice things, right? So Boohoo will just shred down the side guys, and then he'll be all juiced up, and then Kafka will just go down instantly. Akron is useful in this one. There's a lot of enemies. Yunli for the whole physical counter thing, right? I'm sure our Argentine can work as well, right? I know he's on the weaker end, but there is, you know, a physical buff, so I'll put him in can work. I don't have Argentine to test him out on this, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt just for this one. If you think he's not going to work whatsoever, let me know. Jingyun would be useful in this one. I wish he had a Memo Sprite, bro. He'd be a lot better in that one. I've seen people cook with Herta on these, but I'm going to not include her on here just because there's an ice resistant here and she's not hitting them for the weakness. So if you are running a rather budget team and you see this and you try to run Herta and it doesn't work because you're running like E0 S0 Herta, I don't want you to be like, oh well, it didn't work for me, like I couldn't do it, you know. Also, we're gonna do this. There we go. I gotta put like there's a dot buff, like maybe try to take advantage of it, you know. I don't think it'll work out too well for you, but I mean, hey, this is what it is. And then do I want to put Cypher anywhere on here? Because Cypher's job is like interesting. She like does okay damage, and then she like debuffs, so she's like an Acheron thing. Oh, thanks. I just accidentally clicked my mouse and reset it back. Where'd Cypher go? Am I blind? Where'd they put her? Oh, she's up here. I'm not too sure. Oh, reset my photos. Annoying. I'll keep her down here for now. I actually don't know where I want to put her. I mean, nah, we'll put her here. We'll put her here. Why not? We'll give her benefit of that. Actually, I actually really don't know. She's mostly single target stuff too. I won't rank her. I won't rank her for now, just because, right? And most of the characters are either not the type requirement or don't hit hard enough. Really annoying that I accidentally hit back on my mouse just now. But that's it for the video. If you skipped ahead, GG, you got trolled because you don't actually see anything here. But yeah, these are the characters that should work out pretty well. Like I said, if you have Eidolons or like super strong characters, you can also brute force it. I've seen many brute forces for Herta, and they actually got better scores than the actual like quote-unquote good characters for it. So like I said, if you have dupes in your characters, you can probably just brute force it, right? Do note with Cocolia that Japar will put up a shield, can be a bit annoying, and then Kafka, I mean, hers is pretty generic. You just kind of hit the side guys and go from there, right? Like, they pretty much both have the same exact gimmick of destroy the side guys, implant the weakness, go from there, right? But that'll be it for the video. Let me know what you guys did on this Apocalyptic Shadow. What teams did you use? Was it easy? Was it hard? Let me know in the comments. And, of course, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.